Yeah, so like I was telling you, man, with this new iPad, I got the pencil here, and it's freaking, I mean, it's expensive because it's Apple, but like I think it's worth the money because, like, as you can see, like it's super easy to draw. Like
you just drew a penis, right?
What are you talking? What? How do you see a
You
penis?
just drew a penis, and that's what everyone's going to see on the show.
It's not. First of all, I like to say that if I were going to draw a penis, I could draw a much better penis. Second of all, I think you should give me credit because I drew this backwards for you so I could show you how good this new iPad works. And three, this is clearly not a penis. It's a rocket ship. Look, there's the ignition, the gas like fumes coming up, the smoke, and this is like going into space. Like this is the atmosphere. See it? Like, right?
I'm sorry, as someone who was once a 12-year-old boy.
See this atmosphere? We're going through the atmosphere. Hang on. It's going through the soft exterior of the atmosphere. Right? What are you laughing at? What's so funny? You know what? Whatever, dude. You're a child. I can't even talk to you. This is clearly a rocket ship blasting into space.
Blasting into something else, but whatever.
Oh, I can totally see that. I don't know.
I'm glad you have such a vivid imagination, Brian.
Look, problem solved. Okay, I got the eraser, you sicko. Look at that, or whatever. You know what? No, this is not a commercial for Apple, so maybe we should just get to it. But check this out, everybody.
You're so good at drawing what the atmosphere looked like.
Shut up.
You seem like you have a lot of experience with atmospheres.
Hey! Gentleman never tells a secret, Ryan. A gentleman never tells his secrets. Anyway, what are we doing? Are we doing the show? What episode are we on?
Yes, we are totally mature adults.
Well, we've been recording this whole time.
We're adult fathers that are clearly not going to let our children watch.
Yeah, somebody should stop me from blasting my rocket into the atmosphere. I'll tell you that. Anyway, well, we've been recording, so we should probably start the show. What episode are we on?
1 million.
1 million. All right.
158, I believe.
Oh, okay. Wow, I was gonna announce 1 million, but whatever. All right, welcome everybody.
Woo!
Live from New York City. It's the Geek Dad Report.
It's Wednesday night.
Who's got a trumpet? It's live. It's Wednesday night. Welcome to Geek Dad Report, everybody. I am Brian West, the hostess with the mostest.
And I am Ryan Thomason, and I know what a penis drawing looks like.
He does. And like my powerful rocket ship, you have entered episode 158 of the one show dedicated, formulated, specially created, and to bring you guys on the nerd news you need to know, all while putting a little smile on your wonderful faces.
If we haven't put a smile on anyone's face yet, then you do not even listen to the rest of the episode.
We have not we haven't made it 5 minutes, and we've already had like 17 dick and vagina jokes.
Yes. I think that's we're close to what our high is. I think we've had more before.
That's probably true. Well, you know what? We still got a minute and a half to hit our record, so let's do it.
Vaginas.
Vagina. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Yes. Speaking. Were
you gonna try and segue that? So, funny turkey story. Since I know you were trying to segue into Thanksgiving talk, because that's what we said we were going to discuss to open the show today.
So
instead of,
I put my hand in a turkey's ass and I pulled out the guts.
Please tell me the turkey was dead.
Are you supposed to kill him first?
Oh, well, this story got straight. Funny story though. My daughter comes up to me right before Thanksgiving and goes, Dad, I really like Thanksgiving, but I don't know if I like this. I feel really bad. I said, why? She goes, well, it's awful. I go, what? What's awful? She goes, I just really feel really bad for the turkeys. I'm like, I don't feel bad. They die really quickly and they taste good. She goes, yeah, but after they die, people just shove things up their butt.
Yes. Well,
like, what are you talking? Nobody shoves anything up a turkey's ass. What are you talking about?
You don't necessarily have to, put stuff inside there.
You know how long it's been since I've seen someone actually put bread stuffing inside of the turkey's ass and bake it?
If I went to a Thanksgiving and somebody said this stuffing was cooked inside that turkey's ass, I would not eat that stuffing. Yeah, that would not be eaten. Nope. No.
Do you want me to draw what that would look like?
Separate pan.
You want me to draw what that would look like, Ryan? Because I could do that.
No, that's okay.
No? All right.
I know that you've been really brushing up on your art skills lately, Brian. But
hey, you know what? I'm a big NASA space person. NASA just landed another like probe on Mars, so I like to draw rockets because I'm really inspired.
The NASA Insight. You can also follow them on Twitter. They got lots of
Twitter followers too, and they got some cool stuff on there. They got the coolest pictures. Also, if you want to scratch your Mars itch, National Geographic Season 2 of Mars is on Nat Geo right now. And
I gotta watch the first season.
It is a really good show.
Yeah, my son really wants to watch it because he's really into sci-fi stuff right now. So.
Yeah, well, this year's been really cool because they've been so last year it was getting to Mars and kind of finding, like, starting a colony. This year is kind of expanding on Mars a little bit, so it's a lot about, like, climate change, and it's kind of been intercutting with climate, like how we don't take care of our own planet. What are we going to do when we get to Mars? So it's a good show.
Yeah. Definitely all we just need is Arnold just like saying, "Get your ass to Mars."
Get your ass to Mars. Then, God, that is the second Arnold quote we've had.
Then you find the alien temple and you just put your hand on it and the Mars has atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe that probe has been sent to Mars to find the alien temple. Because, everyone knows that's how you give an atmosphere to a planet.
Yeah, you just got to do like the weird 3-finger.
That's so stupid. 3 fingers. So dumb. Anyway. Is that how many fingers you stuck in that turkey, you sicko? God. Yes. Whatever. All right. You got any ever think, besides fisting a turkey, did you do anything else for Thanksgiving?
We kind of had like just a family Thanksgiving with just us. We went and we just got like a turkey breast and the thing of stuffing and just kind of had like a small Thanksgiving. And I got to eat all the leftovers. Didn't have to share it or
nice.
Hope that the host gives you some of the really good stuff, but then they gave you the cranberry sauce.
Ugh, that's not even a food group. That's disgusting. Who eats cranberry sauce?
I don't know.
Whatever.
What about you? What did you guys do?
We went to my in-laws' house and ate with the family, and it's pretty fun. I mean, the only downside, like you said, is I don't get really any leftovers. My father-in-law did send me home with a bunch of fresh-made apple pies. So,
ooh, that's a good leftover.
Which I would have eaten a lot of if I hadn't got deathly sick on Friday. I don't know what happened to me, but man, I thought I was gonna die. I laid in bed and watched the Apple Cup. Go Huskies! But
who would have known that if it starts to snow in Pullman?
I did.
Apparently, the Cougars don't know how to throw the football in the snow.
So anybody who's watching this outside of Washington, me and Ryan are both from Washington. We love the Huskies, and the Apple Cup is when the Huskies, Washington plays Washington State, and unfortunately, Washington State's always kind of been the redheaded stepchild, the younger brother of the state, and they always find a way to lose. We call it couging it because they always coug it. And this year, they actually had a legit chance of possibly being in the playoffs. The college football playoffs. They were 10-1. If they could beat the Huskies, they'd go to the Pac-12 championship. If they won, they'd have a really good case to get in the championship. And so, what's the one thing that can stop them? Snow, because of course it is, because they're Cougars and they decide to have a passing attack in Pullman, which is eastern Washington, which snows all the time. So the game starts. It starts dumping snow, and the Huskies run all over them.
Yeah, I was just flipping through the channels, and I was like, ooh, I got the Apple Cup. It's like I just totally expected I wasn't even going to get to watch it. And
nice.
It was like a natural gem.
Well, I watched the whole thing because I was on my deathbed in bed and I couldn't actually move. So, but I was down for about 3 or 4 days, but I'm back. I'm up to full strength. So you guys will all be happy to know I did not die. But it did give me a good chance to. The nice thing was it gave me a good chance to do all kinds of Black Friday shopping because I was bedridden. So I had my fancy new iPad and my phone, and I I literally got almost all my shop. Actually, I think I have all my shopping done. Everything. I got to get a couple stocking stuffers. But I've already not only bought it, I've already wrapped everything. I got it under the tree. I am way prepared this year. How about you? What'd you get on Black Friday? There were some really good deals. We posted a lot of them on our Facebook page. There was a great Xbox Live deal I think I sent you. You're talking about you needed an Xbox Live. It was only $20 for 6 months, which is a great deal. So did you get that? Did you get a whole year?
I didn't do any Black Friday shopping.
What did you do? Okay, so are you one of those guys who are like, Black Friday's not for me? I can respect that. You know, nobody wants to go to a store. So you did Cyber Monday, right? That's what you did. I
was working on Cyber Monday. And,
I didn't work, but that's the best time to do your shopping on the clock. Wait. What have you bought so far?
What have I bought? Nothing.
Have you bought any Christmas present? What'd you buy me? That's the important question.
I bought you something very nice.
What is it?
And if I tell you that it's not a Christmas present, Brian.
Oh.
Sorry, my plug came undone.
You said your blood came undone. I was like, what?
My mud came undone.
Ugh.
No, I have not done any Black Friday shopping.
Have you done any Christmas shopping?
Holiday shopping. My wife and kids will take care of themselves. And
what? That is a dad shirt if I've ever seen one. My wife and kids will take care of themselves. Dad. Oh my God.
So my wife has completed all of my family, all of the teachers at school, and then I kind of piggybacked on the teacher thing from my coworkers, and so my coworkers are done technically.
I bought 80% of the things for my kids. I bought every present for my wife, and I got her birthday presents because her birthday's tomorrow. Shout out Holly West, you're the best. Happy birthday.
28.
27. Get it right.
27. Sorry.
Just as lovely as the day I met her. But I got her birthday shopping done, Christmas shopping done, and the kids. I have one present left to buy for my brother-in-law.
It must be nice to have a family that actually tells you what they want. My kids have been like, so what do you guys want for Christmas? I don't know. Oh,
my kids only wanted one thing, so they got it. They each wanted an iPod, so we got them an iPod.
Yeah, they
in Minecraft.
They're at the age, or at least my son, he's at the age where he doesn't want toys anymore.
Yeah.
He's just nothing really. He's got all the video games that he wants. There's no video game that he really wants. It's like, you want a bike? And he's like, I guess if you really want to get me a bike. Like, okay, well, you're not too excited about that. I'll get a paintball gun. That sounds cool.
Well, I mean, let's be real. I mean, nowadays, and I don't spoil my kids at all, but during the year, if they need something, I get it for them, right? I think when we were, I know when I was a kid, you got gifts twice a year, your birthday and Christmas, and that was it.
Or when Grandma accidentally thought it was something, and she gave you some money, and you're like, yeah.
Woohoo! So, I mean, I think kids nowadays, I mean, they're used to being, because now if we find it on sale, we'll buy it, right? Because everything's always on sale. So, if my kids need a bike, I go and find one on sale and I buy them a bike, right? I don't make them wait till Christmas. So, I think that's kind of but we definitely, they started out with a list of all just junk, just 2 pages of toys and junk they didn't need.
And it's all stuff that's going to get broken in the first month. Or they won't even play with it, 2.
Dude,
or 3.
We're reading through their list, and they had stuff that we bought them last year, and we're like, we already got this for you. They're like, yeah, but we already lost those, so we want replacements. I'm like, all right, new story. You guys are going to give me 5 items. I made them write me a list of 5 things they wanted for Christmas. That's it. 5.
And then you only got them one of them.
I got them a couple presents, but yeah, for the most part. Well, I mean, like I said, they each got, they were having a Black Friday sale on iPods at Target, which I just ordered online. It was great. They sent it right to my house, Ryan, because I come prepared.
Anybody would go out on Black Friday anymore. I've done it 2 times, back in the day. It was fucking nuts.
Well, I refuse to shop on any place that opens on Thanksgiving too. By the way, it's just stupid.
Why would you want to? go Black Friday shopping.
I cannot believe you have not bought your family anything. They can fend for themselves. You're the worst. You're going to go out the week if they... Listen, I know you have some limitations as far as being able to drive and go places, but you know what? You know who drives and goes places? UPS.
Yes,
and when
do.
You call Amazon, when you dial them up on your little phone on the app, they'll send it right to your house, you son of a bitch. You're the worst.
I just say, people, I need help.
I need shit. Just
send
Siri.
Me stuff.
Alexa.
Here's my budget.
Alexa, send me something. Alexa, presents. Sprinkle it on my family. Or whatever.
I know what I'm going to get them, but they're just not really like stuff that... Like, whatever. My son just wants, like, nerd stuff. I can find nerd stuff anywhere.
That's true. Oh, well. You know what, Ryan? It's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other. We should probably move on. We got lots to cover. Quick shout out to everybody. I'd like to thank everyone who joined me a week ago for my solo live show that I did. I actually had a lot of fun. Me and Ryan has led some conversation between the two of us to try and figure out a way to do more live shows. So that was, I think it was really cool. We've learned some stuff from that. We will definitely let you guys know. You guys have spoken. You want advanced knowledge of when we're going to do live shows. So next time we do a live show, we will definitely give you guys plenty of notice, exact time when it will start and when we do it, so that way you guys can all be part of it. But that is something that's going to be coming probably after the first of the year. We'll probably do our normal format for the next few episodes. We'll probably take a couple weeks off around Christmas, and then maybe we'll come back with the new year with a live show. How about that?
And show off all our cool presents.
Yeah.
Our family bought us, but
Ryan will have no presents because my wife and kids will take care of it. Dad, you know what they took care of? Themselves. They didn't get you shit. Congratulations. Way to go, Ryan. You blew it for yourself. No one to blame but you.
It's all right.
Also, a really quick shout out. I did a special guest spot on our friend Chris's podcast, the Utah Outcast. We talked about a lot of fun things. We talked about Stan Lee and people trashing him, and a lot of other cool things. We made fun of flat earthers. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
In like the first 15 minutes, it was just Brian just purely venting, because I could tell that it's been a while since he got to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Around people who were who were receptive to that kind of conversation.
Yes, if you want to listen to me getting all political and all like anti-religious and stuff, then you should definitely go check out the Utah Outcast. I think it was 5 or 6 episodes that I was on. Well, they format their shows a little bit different, so they cut it up in segments. So it was like 5 or 6 segments that I was on. But you can check those out over at the Utah Outcast on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah, or listen to it on iTunes.
So check that out. And let me know what you think.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
So did I.
You did a great job.
It was fun. It was fun to...
Chris sucks, but,
it was fun to still do something when your co-host decides he's lazy and doesn't want to work anymore.
Dude, I was gone, asshole.
You know what? I'm tired of using work as an excuse. You're so lazy.
Oh.
All right. That being said, I'm happy to be back at the flagship station.
I was happy to be back.
Back in my seat with my co-host, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I heart you. Look at that. Look, I don't know if there's a heart.
It looks like a penis, Brian.
That looks like what is that? There's 2 balls. I 2 balls you, Ryan.
Oh,
it's for you. It's the tea bag, the universal sign of love for you. There we go. The tea bag.
Put it up there on the top.
All right, whatever. So, speaking of tea bags, we had some untimely passings this week. I don't know if that's a good segue. But I didn't even want to do... No? The universe teabagged us as fans because we lost some good ones this week. We obviously lost Stan Lee, but I talked about that a couple weeks ago. I don't know if Ryan wants to say anything. He has not had a chance to express his sadness for the passing of Stan Lee. So, is there anything you'd like to say?
I mean, it's an end of an era, and it's a person in comics that's never going to come back. And we're never going to see someone like him in comics. Is what I mean to say. So,
yeah, well, it's definitely a different age. I don't think the way media is now, it's much harder for one person to create so many characters and become such a personality, right? So, but yeah, Stan, you will be missed. A couple other people that will be missed. We lost, I think, last week. So some of this news may be a little bit old, but like I said, it's been a while since we've been on here. The writer of The Princess Bride and other things, William Goldman, has passed away at the age of 87.
Man, that movie is probably one of my favorites, I have to say.
Did you ever read the book? Did you know? Funny story. I didn't actually know it was a book for a long time.
I keep forgetting that there's a book.
I do too. I was at Costco, and I'm guessing Costco didn't do it, but it looks like they just re-released a version of The Princess Bride where it makes it look like an old fairy tale.
Costco, they do cool stuff like that around Christmas for like a bunch of like they do it for like Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, they did that, but they did it for Princess Bride, and it looked. I actually asked for it. I would like to read the book. I've heard the book is a little bit different than the movie, but I'd still like to read it. So did he
write the book, or did he write just the movie adaptation?
Both. I think he did the movie, and then he did the screenplay for the. I think he did the book, and then I think he did the screenplay for the movie.
Oh, okay. Because I knew he did the screenplay, but I never.
Yeah, he wrote the book. That's his story.
Oh, okay.
So he did a lot of other things, which I would read if I had the story pulled up, but I'm not going to do that. So you can Google it. Yeah. Author of Princess Bride. What other shit did he do? But he's, whatever. He made The Princess Bride, and for that alone, he gets our respect. So, yeah. Mr. Goldman, as we always say on this show, good journeys, and may the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Well, that's a stupid thing to tell someone who just died, Ryan. I'm sorry. Normally, I would give you your nerd salute, but live long and prosper is literally the opposite of what a person who just died can do. I mean, there's, like, what? I mean, maybe on his deathbed it's ironic, but no, they can't actually do that. What in the hell? You know what? I can't even.
Live long and prosper and your version of the afterlife.
In the afterlife. There you go. It's a little better. And then lastly, we also lost another great creator this week. SpongeBob I can't even talk. SpongeBob SquarePants creator Steven Hillenburg passed away at the age of 57. So he was not old at all, which really sucks.
He was I didn't realize he was that young.
Take it from a guy who's on the wrong side of 22. 57 is not that old.
Yeah. It's for making such an iconic show that I don't know. I feel like I would probably just like on the cusp of being too old for it, but I did watch it because I had like younger cousins and stuff like that.
So it had just started really getting big on DVD when I had my first kid. So I actually didn't, even though I didn't watch a lot of the original first couple seasons, I watched, when it aired, I caught up on all of it because my daughter loved it as a baby. So it was one of the few things that would help put her to sleep. So apparently he had ALS, and that is what he passed from. So that's not a good way to go, unfortunately. But
no,
you know what? Is any way really a good way to go? Let's be honest.
No.
Death is
death. Try and be a good person while you're on this planet, and that's all I can say.
And if you want to know what it's like to be a good person, just look at an example of a bad person, say like our president, and then do the exact opposite of that, and you will be winning at life.
Yes, that's a very easy template to go off.
There you go. But yeah, Mr. Heisenberg, Steven, as we like to say on the show, live long and prosper. Apparently, in death. Anyway, whatever. Good journeys, and may the force be with you.
That's all. I don't have anything to add.
We can see the theme song. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I want to say, Chris, that was a very inappropriate thing that you said in the chat the other day.
That was not me. That was our good friend Chris.
I said Chris.
That son of a bitch. Too soon, Chris. Too soon. All right, so now that we've gotten all the deaths out of the way here, do you want to we'll dive into the news? Do you just want me to go random, or do we just want to talk about a couple things? What do you want to do?
Let's just bust it out.
We have no main topic because we've been off and didn't even remotely prepare for this show.
I prepared extraneously.
Oh, good. Then what's our topic for the night, Ryan?
The topic tonight is we're going to just do the news, and then recommendations and the Faithful 50, and then do our 2 other shows, and then I need to go to bed because I got to wake up in like 5 hours.
So, explain to me, do you know what actually preparing means? That means you like come up with ideas for things and prepare yourself for it. Preparing doesn't mean putting a shirt on and answering the call.
I just don't tell you what they are.
All right, we'll just do the news. Here we go. Ready? Ryan, it's time for Ninja News. Hoo-yah! We are coming with the uppercut of information. The judo chop of Stanley knowledge.
Cool. And the Cobra Kai leg sweep of learning.
And the live long and prosper death grip.
In the afterlife.
All right, let's start out with some big news this week, and then we'll get to the crappier stuff if we have time.
That sounds good.
So let's talk about some trailers. Not really news, but let's talk about some trailers. We had some trailers drop this week that were very interesting. One big one became the second most watched trailer in its first 24 hours with 240 million views in 24 hours. Was the Disney's Lion King, the live action remake that looks like it is shot panel for panel from the animated feature.
I understand how the Lion King can be a live action and with completely computer animated animation.
I really thought when they said live action, I was really excited that they were going to have like real lions running around mauling each other.
Yeah, that would what you would assume live action is.
All right, so let's talk about this trailer for a second. So to your point, it looks gorgeous, but it's definitely not live action. It is. Yeah. It is a CGI retelling of an animated movie where the CGI characters are meant to look as realistic as possible.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's gonna be like screen for screen throughout for the whole. You're gonna see the movie that you've already seen 100 million times when you were younger.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
except
CGI.
that it's gonna look pretty.
Okay, so I have a couple things. So one, I love The Lion King. I think if it's not my favorite, it's my top 3 favorite Disney animated movies of all time. It is an instant classic. It's got some of the best Disney songs.
I got the theme song. I got Hakuna Matata going in my head right.
Hakuna Matata, Can't Wait to Be King. You know, everyone, and I can't even do it right, but there's like, hey, when they got the layout. It's the circle of life. Is that Elton John? Holding the baby Simba up in the air like this. I mean, listen, I love The Lion King as a kid. Spoiler alert, when Mufasa dies, I was in the theater. I'm like, oh my God, he died. And literally kids, small 3, 4, 5-year-olds are just weeping openly. And every parent is just like, what the hell did I bring my kid to go see? And so I remember sitting in the theater watching that. But it's a great movie. It's going to be even more devastating in live action watching Mufasa die.
They're going to have Mufasa with like blood coming down his face. Trampled.
But to your point, to call it a live action, now that I've seen the trailer, I'm excited to see this movie, and I'll take the kids, and I'm sure it'll be great. But if considering it really is just a CGI retelling, I almost wish they would have made the characters just 3D versions of the cartoon characters, because it's going to be real weird to see Timon and Pumbaa doing like the hula dance, but like as an actual mongoose and a warthog.
Yeah. There's some stuff that's going to get a little interesting.
Yeah,
especially scenes like that.
And it's going to be strange watching realistic, because it showed Mufasa and he looked great like a real lion. It's going to be weird him moving his mouth talking. So I do wonder a little bit like if maybe they should have made these characters look a little bit more like their animated version, just make it CGI. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, we're all going to see it just because everybody's going to be nostalgic for it. It's a cash grab by Disney.
240 million views. Everyone's going to go see this movie.
Yeah, it's a cash grab.
Do you know how much money Disney is going to make in 2019?
Enough to keep their shareholders happy.
Here is what Disney has coming out next year. 1, they're opening Star Wars Land in both parks.
Ooh, both parks. Ooh,
Both
okay.
parks. 2,
That,
we're getting The Lion King live action. We're getting Aladdin live action. We are getting Avengers Part 4, Infinity War Part 2, whatever.
yeah.
We're getting Captain Marvel movie. And we're getting Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's of all potential billion-dollar movies. And
Sorry.
then,
And Toy Story 4.
oh my God.
Dude.
Yeah, so let's just say there's 5 potential billion-dollar movies right there.
And they're launching the Disney Plus streaming service.
Oh yeah.
If you want a hot tip, if you got money burning a hole in your pocket, buy Disney stock now.
Yeah. It's only like $100 something.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more by the end of next year, I think. Methinks. So, yeah, they've got some big things coming out. They're going to get a lot of my money, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of money of mine that they're going to get, apparently Disney has filed a patent for a lightsaber that they're going to sell exclusively at the parks. They're calling it the most realistic lightsaber to date.
More realistic than my lightsaber.
Yes, apparently they're doing it so it looks like that, but it goes all the way down into the hilt. And it has lights that protrude out of it. I don't know. All I know is the patent
Don't you wish you had a combat lightsaber, Brian?
Shut up, Ryan. We're done talking about that. I told you the last 19 times you showed it off in my face. Whatever. Why don't you suck on your lightsaber, you dick.
Look how nice that is. Got like this metal.
Well, you know what, Ryan? Guess what? When I go to Disneyland in 2020, I'm going to get myself the most realistic lightsaber ever, and I'm going to wave it. I'm going to wave my big, huge lightsaber right on your face. I'm going to be like, yeah, Ryan, pow! Right on your face.
Well, I hope it's the actual lightsaber this time, because last time that wasn't.
What do you mean you hope? If I have an actual lightsaber and I hit you in the face, it'll cut you in half and you'll die.
Oh, come on. You would not hit me. You would get close, and then you would stop. Be like,
Well, I just said, I'm going to hit you with my lightsaber in the face, and you go, I hope it's an actual lightsaber. You'd be dead. What a terrible thing to hope for.
maybe I'll just got a really good life insurance plan.
Well, unless it goes to me, it's not going to help. You'll just be dead. I don't think your wife's going to do the podcast with me.
Could you imagine if Disney's handing out real lightsaber that's Disneyland?
Dude, the death toll would be catastrophic. That's one way for crowd control. I'll give you that one.
Oh man, this is not a great idea, guys. Look at all these dead people, limbs everywhere,
Arms and legs everywhere. Kids are, God almighty. Yeah.
people just
Disney,
cut.
if you guys make a real lightsaber, do not sell it. Ever. Jesus. Well, Ryan, way to really bring down the show. God. Now all I can think about is younglings. Little kids swinging lightsabers at each other. God. Oh, my God. Another trailer. Well, I don't know. We have one more Disney trailer or Star Wars news. One more Star Wars news. Or Star Wars rumor. Which one do you want to hear first?
Let's do Star Wars.
All right, so a big Star Wars rumor dropped this week. Now, take this with a grain of salt. Normally, we don't talk about rumors, but this one is too juicy to not talk about. So apparently there's a guy in Ireland, I don't even know who it is. I read the article, but some guy who announces like projects that's being shot in Ireland. He says that George Lucas is coming. They've got time, everything set by Disney for George Lucas to come and shoot an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie in Ireland.
You know, I really trust this one Irish guy.
Yeah, Irish Mickey called me and said, well, I understand what he said.
This guy is like, I'm here in Ireland. Yeah, I'm drinking.
That's what, okay, side note, it was actually Ryan who told me this. That's what he was doing last week when I was recording. We heard this rumor, so we sent him to Ireland.
Yeah,
And
I flew to Ireland.
He rode 3 sheep around.
Called Ryan from an Irish phone. Which is basically, it's like a normal looking phone, but it's got like beer on it. And
I thought you were gonna two potatoes with the string between them, and you gotta hold them up to your ears.
And it's a really long string.
Great, we've lost our only Irish listener, and not only have we lost that person's getting on a plane right now to come kick our asses.
God damn it! Can we
go visit Ryan first? He's in Philly.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give you a Guinness.
okay. Do I think this is true? Probably not. It seems like Disney and George Lucas kind of had a falling out. But
Yeah, kind of.
But okay, but let's take it. Let's take it if it is true. I actually think this would be a good idea. I think Disney. I would love to see Disney bring George Lucas back for some side projects like this. If George really did want to direct an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, I think it'd be cool.
I think they should Stanley George Lucas and have him just be like the weird cameo guy in all the Star Wars movies.
Just digitally put him in. He'd appreciate that. Make him a CGI character. Make him like blue and 5 arms.
Yeah, and he'd like serving beers, milk.
They just put him randomly in movies.
He just giving blue milk behind his counter.
Well, I am firmly in the camp that I think this is not happening. I do think it's possible they still may be going forward with a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. And it is possible the guy in Ireland doesn't actually know that George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, so he just heard Obi-Wan Kenobi and he's like, George Lucas is coming.
It's coming down to potato wire. It just hasn't hit him yet.
Oh my God. The Irish, it's like they got Irish like Facebook over there, but it just doesn't work very well. So it's just all rumors and drunken text. Like
just a bunch of people fighting.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's see. What else we got here? Okay, so the trailer. Speaking of people fighting, Disney. No, wrong trailer. DC has released our first look at the Young Justice Season 3. We finally got a full trailer for it. It's going to drop in December if you've got the DC Universe app like I do. If you have not seen Young Justice, you should definitely check it out. It will be worth... I only watched a few minutes of a few seconds of the trailer because I want to go into Season 3 completely not knowing anything because it's one of my favorite animated shows.
So they're picking up from where they left off.
Yes, there's 2 seasons. So both those seasons are on the DC Universe app. So if you're like Ryan and haven't caught up, now would be a great time to do it.
All right.
They're streaming in 4K. They look gorgeous, and I cannot wait for this to drop. So if you have not bought the DC Universe app, it's Christmas. Be a good time to gift it to someone or maybe to yourself.
Yeah.
It's only like $7 a month. It's cheap.
Say you should gift it to yourself.
And Ryan sent DC a very angry tweet, and they responded by adding more comic books, which is what he was mad about. They didn't have enough comic books. So they're adding more and more comic books as we speak. I cannot. Speaking of things that can't squeak, I can't speak tonight.
Really? You're doing a stupendous job,
Ryan.
Brian.
Well, thank you, Ryan. That's why you're here, because you're the best. All right, moving on. Speaking of other animated projects, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is dropping, I think, this weekend, and it has got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. And from everything I'm hearing, it is fantastic.
They've already got the second one renewed.
Yes, they have already announced a sequel and a all-female Spider-Man spinoff.
All the Gwen Stacy's and Spider-Woman.
Well, there's a lot of female Spider characters that they can go with, and it looks like they're bringing a lot of them into this movie. Whatever. I think this looks great. This, to me, looked better than Venom, and Venom did great. Sony seems... I don't know if this is good or bad for us who likes...
Venom was the #1 grossing movie in the world.
Yeah,
apparently.
It's like $800 million. And apparently it's coming out on video in like 2 weeks, which I'm still in theaters, but whatever. I still haven't watched it yet. I heard it wasn't even that great, but it made a lot of money. And right off the heels of that, Sony also announced 2 Spider-Verse projects in 2020. We're guessing one of them is Venom 2, and probably the other one. I know they announced a Morbius movie with Jared Leto as the living vampire. So I don't know. It sounds like Sony is going full steam ahead with the entire Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man at this point, which kind of leads you to wonder if they're making all this money and setting up a universe. How long before they look at Marvel and say, we're not going to play nice with you anymore, and we're taking Tom Holland back?
I doubt they'll take Tom, but those are the Tobey Maguire movies.
I feel like that's what they should do. If they really want to, they should just bring Andrew Garfield back and let him be Spider-Man in their universe.
Yeah, they didn't even give him a chance, really.
Or just just do a different Spider-Man. I don't even care. Just don't touch our Tom Holland, our Marvel MCU. I feel like at this point, Disney would be like, yeah, go ahead and take him. We'll just buy your company and fire all of you.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to with all the money they're going to make this year. I mean, dude, Star Wars Episode 9 is going to make $2 billion.
Yeah, and Avengers 4 is going to make $1 billion. They're going to make like $20 billion just off their movie
They
property.
can make $5 billion just off Star Wars and Avengers. That could actually happen.
Yeah,
God.
that's very true.
Speaking of Star Wars, last little bit of, I guess it's not really news. It was news to us because we didn't know what's coming. Star Wars released a trailer today for the Galaxy of Adventures. It's a new short that they're going to launch on their Disney Kids or Star Wars Kids YouTube. So what it is it's, I'm not sure exactly what it is, to be honest with you, but what I've heard it is,
it's very random. It's very all over the place.
Yes. So what it is they're going to do shorts where they recreate in animated style some of the biggest moments of the Star Wars universe. So it's probably going to end up being a couple hours total of all the major fights and major everything, all the big points in Star Wars in the original 6 movies. And for judging from what I've seen in the animation, it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Did you get the sudden urge to want Disney to remake Star Wars, but in animated form?
Do the reverse of all the live action stuff. So instead of being like, we're just going to take out the live action movies now, we're going to animate them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to see. I was like, I kind of want to see more of this. I want to see Return of the Jedi done animated.
Oh, Empire Strikes Back animated?
All of them animated. Just give them to me all.
Sure.
All animated. Reverse. Everybody else is going forward. We say go backwards. All right, and then let's see here. We don't have a lot of time left, so let's see what stories we got.
Your next $20 billion idea, Disney. You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's see. We got some Jack Reacher news. You want to talk about Jack Reacher?
Sure.
This is actually kind of funny. Jack Reacher, the movies that Tom Cruise has been doing, originally started from a book series. Well, the author of the book is working with some TV studio to do a show, and so they're rebooting Jack Reacher, but they're not even talking to Tom Cruise because the author says he's way too short to play Jack Reacher.
That's great.
Which apparently, I've never read the books, but apparently Jack Reacher's like 6'5" in the books. Tom Cruise is like 5'6". So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is a little guy.
He's a very little guy.
Little guy.
This is actually kind of a fun news story. General Mills, the people who make cereal, is launching a cereal monster cinematic universe. So we're talking like Count Chocula, Frankenberries, Boo Berries.
And what? Snap, Crackle, Pop?
I hope it's live action. I hope they don't even go animated. I hope it's a live action universe. Fuck it.
What else do they got? They have Tony the Tiger's Kellogg's. Is that the same thing?
I don't know who else. All I know is the 3: the Frankenberries, Boo Berry, and Count Chocula. I can't even think of anybody else. I think it's just the 3 of them.
The Rice Krispie guys?
No, that's Kellogg's. Kellogg's.
Toucan Sam?
I don't even know. All I know is those 3, and I don't even care.
The bee from Cheerio?
Okay, tell you what. I'll click on the article. God, you're the worst.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out who the hell would be.
Okay, let's see here. Who do they got? They got... No, it's just the 3 of them. I was right. Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry to the big screen or little screen or anything.
That's sad and pathetic. But
I'm with you. I think you're on the right page. They need a whole cereal universe.
Just like, is everyone going to get cereal? And then...
Super cereal run.
Super cereal? Okay. As long as they get super cereal and Satan doesn't come and Man Bear Pig starts eating everybody.
You got it. I wasn't sure if you were caught up on South Park. I didn't know if you got the reference. Dude, those 2 episodes were such a great, commentary on climate change.
Oh my god. Climate change and school shootings and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my god, that's great. All right, real quickly, last couple of bit of things we got for you guys. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6 doesn't even air until summer, but ABC has got the word from Disney, renew it, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has already been renewed for Season 7.
Oh, so they're finally on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. train.
Yep. Well, you know what? The ratings came out, and it's the highest rated Marvel show, so I'm guessing coming. I really see the show moving to the Disney streaming service at some point, but whatever.
Yeah, I think that would be an easier transition for them than trying to take the Netflix shows. So
yeah, definitely. And then let's see here. Lastly, what do we got? Couple of things. If you're a big fan of The Handmaid's Tale, Margaret Atwood is releasing a sequels book. So there you go. The Kingsman movies. We talked earlier a couple weeks ago that we found out we're getting the new Kingsman movie is going to be a prequel that doesn't have Eggsy. Well, apparently the rumor is they're going to be shooting Kingsman the prequel and Kingsman 3 at the same time.
And
so Eggsy will in fact be back. So I'm cool with that.
It's going to be 100% animation.
Whatever. Speaking of 100% animation, Netflix has worked out a deal with Roald Dahl stories. I don't know if is he even alive? I don't think he's alive. He made Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the BFG, Matilda, all those stories. Apparently, they're going to all be animated. They're going to be coming to Netflix as animated stories.
My kids will watch it. I mean, they love all those books. We have like the whole collection.
I feel like he's not alive. I feel like those are old books. I feel like I should probably know this. I actually really like Matilda. I thought that was a great story. I'd love to see that as a series.
My kids really enjoyed the BFG book. That was one of their favorites.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie as much. It didn't inspire me to read the book, but yeah, my daughter loves the BFG as well. Yeah. And then I guess lastly, I mean, there's other stories, but lastly, apparently Sylvester Stallone is apparently done playing Rocky Balboa after Creed 2.
Not to be confused with Steven Stallone.
Steven Stallone, who is the love child of Steven Spielberg and Sylvester Stallone.
What does that kid look like?
Looks like Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
And then I don't know what else. There's a trailer about Deadpool, the PG-13 version. The trailer looks hilarious. I love how they brought in Fred Savage and tied it all together. I'm not watching this movie in theaters. Are you going to see this movie?
No.
I feel like I'm going to wait till all this new scenes.
Buy it on DVD.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till all the new scenes are on YouTube and I'll just watch those. But it does look pretty funny. The whole Princess Bride tie-in is pretty great. And then Aquaman. Apparently the reviews are really good. People are saying it's great.
I don't know. I was getting a little skeptical because they're releasing like half the movie.
Yeah, but apparently people like it. So I don't know. That comes out later. We'll talk about that more in a few weeks. I'm going to try and go see that. So we'll try and do a review on the show. There's a new Lego 2 trailer. The Lego movie looks hilarious. The first one was hilarious. All right, whatever. There's nothing else I want to talk about. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
All right,
I want
there
to
you
talk
go.
about the Fateful 50, Brian.
There's the inspired news for you guys. All right, moving on to our favorite segment. The segment that involves you guys, the Fateful 50.
Well, I put up an early post this week, could try and get a jump on things.
Maybe a little too early, Ryan.
A little bit too early because I figured out everyone had a case of the Mondays.
Story of your life, Ryan. You always get done just a little too early.
So we did have a couple responses. One from Jeff.
Jeff!
He wants to know, how often do you need, in all caps, a parent's night out?
Well, how many nights of the week are there?
I would have to say I have not had a parent's night out in 2 years, and I could really use one.
Well, that's what happens when you move your family all away from all your friends and family, Ryan.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So we are not close to anybody. I mean, we have like friends and stuff like that, but
well, I have them every weekend because I have a 2-story house, and at about 4 o'clock on a Saturday, if it's time to drink, me and the wife just sit on the couch, binge Netflix, and tell them to go upstairs and play Xbox.
That's excellent parenting right there.
Hey, man. I give them educational games like Halo.
They need to be playing, they could play Minecraft with my kids.
No, okay. So to answer truthfully, I highly recommend everybody with kids get at least
twice a month. You should have
minimum once a month. I know it can be expensive for a babysitter, but yeah, I mean, honestly, if you could just even for a few hours go see a movie, drop the kids off, and go to dinner, just a couple nights a month, minimum one night a month. I usually try and every couple months drop the kids off for a couple nights and we get a hotel somewhere or just go somewhere for a weekend. You got to have your time alone, man. I love my kids more than anything, but they will drive you fucking mad.
Yeah, and you need to be able to have an adult conversation for more than like 10 minutes.
Yes, or you end up doing what I do and just drink a lot of booze and watch Netflix and make him go upstairs and play Halo.
Yeah, there's always that.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say minimum. So where are we at? Minimum one time a month, recommended twice a month, and then we highly recommend every few months getting away for a weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Then do what I do, and every year take one whole week with your spouse and leave your kids at home and go somewhere tropical that does nothing but nakedness and margaritas.
I would thoroughly enjoy that.
Or rum and cokes. I'm not going to judge. Whatever your preferred booze is.
Yeah. So, Jeff, there
Thank
you go. Next up, we have one from David. He says, I have a comic for you to create.
All right.
Playground style. How are we doing Seahawks players? Seahawks players as kids, but they are superheroes. And he said, pick 5 Hawks and what their superpowers are.
Okay, listen. Since
I could literally only name like.
Okay, we're gonna tell you what. We'll pick 2 Seahawks. I'll pick 2 Seahawks. You'll pick 2 Steelers.
Okay.
And then we'll pick 1 random NFL player.
Okay. So you can start off, and I know who you're going to pick.
Russell Wilson.
Yep.
And he has the powers of Ant-Man because he's already an ant. And he shrinks down and runs around and nobody can tackle him.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay.
And he has the powers of dance. And he can no, that's a stupid one. I can't think of
he
what
has the powers of... No, stick with it. Juju Smith has the power to dance. What are we in, fucking Footloose? Are you Kevin Bacon? Are you coming in to save the town with the powers of dance? Is that the story we're retelling?
I'm going to give him super speed
Smith?
Because he can get 92-yard touchdown passes.
What does that have to do with dancing?
Then he does a touchdown dance.
Oh, God. All right. So we have Russell Wilson, who has incredible shrinking powers.
And then it just completely went.
So we have Russell Wilson, who has the powers of Ant-Man to shrink down or grow really large in big situations.
Yes.
We have Juju Smith-Schuster, who can bring dancing to a town of unhappy people. I'm going to say
super speed.
I'm going to say Doug Baldwin, angry Doug Baldwin, has the power to turn green and smash things when he gets real mad.
I'm going to go with... No, I can't do that one. That would be bad. I'm going to say Shazir, and he's Professor X in his wheelchair. But
my God, you definitely should go with that. That is amazing.
But he can walk now. So, but I will say
that you chickened out. That would have been amazing, Ryan. All right, what do you got?
No, I can't do it. I can't.
Okay,
bad. I'll go with T.J. Watt, and he is Wolverine. He just slices
the power to re-heal himself and stab things
and tackles.
I'm just glad you didn't go with Ben Roethlisberger because the only power he has is to make women feel uncomfortable.
I know what you're going to say for his power. That's why I deliberately did not use him.
Ben Roethlisberger has the power to make women feel real uncomfortable alone with him. Hey, he's a creepo.
So who's our rando?
Who's our rando? We need who's like a crazy.
Can we give Tom Brady the worst power? Maybe.
Wait, he's like the Benjamin Button disease. I don't know. What's his power?
he reverse ages.
He turns into he would clearly be the villain in our comic book.
Yeah. He would definitely be the bad guy.
Him and Bill Belichick would be like Emperor and Vader running around.
Yeah. Bill Belichick would have to have the cut off sleeves on his.
Barkley would be the Flash. Who else we got? I don't know who.
Who's the hot?
How about we bring Eli Manning? His power is to animate corpses because that's pretty much what he is. An animated corpse.
He's just a necromancer.
Yeah, there you go. He's a necromancer. So there you go. Eli Manning is our necromancer. He's a magician. He makes things come out of that were dead once alive. He makes things that were dead alive.
He's like Constantine, basically.
Yeah, there we go. He's our crazy sorcerer. And he walks around like, oh man, I'm gonna do a spell, fine.
And he still looks like he doesn't even shave.
Yeah, and we could shrink him down to a child, and he still would act that exact way and pout like a small child. There you go. I'm sure that wasn't as good as you wanted it to be, but that's all right.
There you go, David. There's your superpowers.
We could bring in Richard Sherman, and his power is to cry like a baby.
Oh, and then he wants to know what is their first crisis, and who is their first nemesis. Well, we didn't finish it all off.
It'd be Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and it'd be the case of the deflated balls. It'd be they're running the playground as a bunch of dirty cheaters, and we have to stop them from cheating.
That's a very good.
They went all around the field and let all the air out of the basketballs and the soccer balls.
Yeah, and then there's just like the principal's the NFL commissioner, and he just like keeps looking the other way, whenever he sees them.
He's just too busy counting his money.
Yeah, he's just got big stacks of dollar bills.
All right, thank you, David. All right, we got a.
Didn't we?
Well, yeah, we got a couple more. We got a question from Chris. He wants to know who would win. I told him secretly what our Crap or Craptastic this week was about, so he had a question about that. He would like to know who wins in a fight between the Meg and Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah, I would say the Meg has a shot, but all Godzilla has to do is sit on dry land and shoot lasers at him.
Or just like the atomic breath.
Yeah, his atomic fire breath, and just roast the whole water, and then he eats sushi.
Yeah.
But that'd be pretty cool. Now, if the Meg had a laser, like Dr. Evil gave him a laser in his freaking head, that'd be a different story.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different fight.
But he didn't.
Godzilla. All right, and then lastly, Christine, our number one girl listener.
Possibly our number one listener, period.
Yeah, that's true.
If you really want to get
I don't want to just be like, well, she's a girl listener. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying she's the only girl that responds on our show. So,
Yeah. Our wives don't even talk to us about the show.
There we go.
What does she have to say, Brian?
She wants to know. She said she finally watched Infinity War. If Doctor Strange, she has a question about Infinity War. If Doctor Strange lost the Time Stone, how is everyone going to come back for Episode 4? She had assumed that they would be able to do that in the next, because she had assumed that they were going to be able to do that in the next movie. She wants to know, is there some comic book knowledge that she is missing? And also she wants to, was she bummed that Doctor Strange fixed Thor's eye? So first of all, Doctor Strange actually didn't fix Thor's eye. He got a fake eye from Rocket. It was a real quick moment, and then Rocket Raccoon gave it to him, and he stuck it in his eye. So he actually has a fake eyeball. So his eye is still actually gone.
Yeah.
But if you look closely, he's got like one blue eye and one brown eye, which is actually kind of funny because Rocket insinuated that he smuggled it up his butt. So I don't know if the brown eye was like a joke of the fact that he smuggled it in his butt. I don't know, but it's kind of funny. But, okay, so to answer your question about Avengers Infinity War 4, there's no Infinity War 2 or Avengers 4, there's no comic book knowledge that you're missing. They intentionally meant it to be kind of like, feel like everything is lost. But if you haven't watched an Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a spoiler. So, you've been warned. But, at the very end of the post-credit scene in Avengers Infinity, or in Ant-Man and the Wasp, they go to the quantum realm in the movie, which is like a whole different, it's one of the realms when Doctor Strange in his movie kind of fell through the realms. One of them was a quantum realm. It's where the Wasp's mother got, if you shrunk too far, you go to the quantum realm. Well, the quantum realm is kind of outside of, and this gets a little confusing because you get into a lot of different realms, but the quantum realm is outside of time. and outside of space. It's its own kind of universe. So in that movie, Ant-Man is in the quantum realm trying to collect some quantum dust or something when the snap happens. Now, Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, and
Mom.
Well, the mom is Janet, who's the daughter, the Wasp, the new Wasp. They all disappear. They all turn to dust. And Ant-Man is left alone in the quantum realm. So my guess is because we do know Ant-Man is a huge part of Avengers 4, is that he's going to jump through the realms. And he's going to try and get out of the quantum realm, and I think he's going to end up jumping into, because Hank Pym makes a comment about, be careful, you don't want to get lost in time. So my guess is he's going to try and escape the quantum realm and get lost in time, and he's going to be jumping through different various times of what's going on with the Avengers, and I think he's going to warn them about what's coming. So I think that's how they're going to bring everyone back, because some of the sets photos we've seen the Avengers in their older costumes in different stages of their other movies. So if I have to guess, my guess is Thanos has the time stone, but because Scott is going to be jumping through time, I think that's how we're going to be able to bring everyone back.
And I think Captain Marvel is going to put on the glove and just twist it right up Thanos' butt.
Well, that would be a real short movie. But anyways, if it got a little confusing, you can feel free to hit me up, and I'll try to explain it in better detail on messaging. So, and just watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. Just make sure you stay through the credits.
And please, everybody on the internet, stop being a bunch of big babies about how you haven't seen a trailer yet.
Oh my God! If I hear one more person, when's the trailer coming out? Who cares? It'll be out soon. We know the movie comes out in May, so you literally have 6 months to wait.
Yeah, just wait.
No, it's because you have thousands of people who now make a living breaking down trailers on the internet and posting dumbass fan theories and trying to figure out everything before it happens.
That's just why I can't watch that shit anymore.
Nope.
It ruins everything.
Yep.
Ruins it.
So anyway, whatever. It'll be out when it comes out, and we'll all be excited. We're all going to go see it. So there you go. All right. Thank you everybody for the questions. And if you didn't submit a question this week, well, we'll be back at it next week on our normal scheduled time on Thursday. So prepare yourselves.
And your bodies.
And your body. All right. And your bodies. For what? Who knows? But all right. Well, real quick before we get out of here, do you have any recommendations, Ryan?
I do. I have one. We watched the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix as a family for family movie night.
Is that the Kurt Russell Santa Claus movie?
The Kurt Russell Santa Claus. It's like Snake Plissken is Santa Claus. It is glorious. It was a lot of fun, and we all found ourselves laughing at different points. And I really, really like Kurt Russell's Santa Claus. I'm just going to say it. He's not the jolly old fat guy, that's for sure.
Well, whatever. I'm going to watch it. It's free on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. It's a great movie. If you want a new Christmas movie to watch as a family, I would highly suggest it. The elves are really funny. My daughter loves the elves, especially the fat one, because there's always got to be a fat elf. So...
Nice. All right. Yeah. What's it called? The Christmas Chronicles?
Christmas Chronicles.
All right. On Netflix. Available now. Check it out. I got 2 recommendations. One's a quick one. You guys saw me playing with my iPad earlier on the show. This is a new iPad 11 Pro. I went ahead and... I didn't get the 13-inch one because it's ridiculously big. But as you can see, this thing's pretty cool. Oh, wait. It's got Face ID. So... I can't use my face without looking at it. But anyway, it's an expensive iPad. If you got the money, I recommend getting it. It's worth every penny, but it is pretty cool. Wanted to give it a quick recommendation. I would also recommend you get the pencil. Also expensive, but it's worth the money. Works really good.
It lets you draw really good spaceships.
Yeah, let me real quick. Since I'm looking at it, and it's magnetic. Look at that. You just go. Whoop.
Nobody wants to see you draw a spaceship.
No. I was going to show. Here's a quick teaser for a comic book we're going to view. The colors on this thing are great, and it's beautiful to read comic books on. So, if you are on, this is a
giant spaceship on his lower half of his body.
Yeah, this is it's a huge spaceship. This is a recommendation if you are on the fence and you're like, I kind of want to buy a new iPad. Should I? Yes, you should. This thing is not cheap. It's $1,000 for the 11-inch and like $1,200 for the 13-inch.
Not everybody's money bags, Brian.
Hey, I sold my other iPad and, I put some money towards this one. But there's cheaper versions of iPad if you just want a cheap version. But if you were like, oh, is it worth the money? It is definitely worth the money. It's fast. It works really good. You saw how beautiful the screen is. It's got no home button, as you can see now, and it really does make a big difference. So I would recommend it. If you are on the fence of buying one, I would say buy it. My recommendation that doesn't cost any money, though, is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. It is fantastic. Me and my wife literally watched all 10 episodes in a day and a half.
Wow.
It was that good. We sat down and we're like, next episode. I would like to warn you, if you're real big into Christian stuff, this may not be the show for you. This is not like Harry Potter, where it's just like, oh, we can all do magic and we don't know where it comes from. No, in this show, all the magic comes from Satan, and Satan is a big part of the show. And not like funny guy Satan, like, no, goat head, I want your soul, Satan.
It's not South Park Satan.
No, it is. That is what the Chilling Adventures. This is witchcraft and sorcery. This is a show basically about all the things that my family warned me about when I grew up in the everybody was a Satanist era. This is like, the Salem witch trials were about real witches. It's a good show. I would not say it's a family show. It's very dark. But if that stuff doesn't bother you, I think it's a really good show. I enjoyed the hell out of it. The characters are intriguing. The storyline is, it sucks you in. It's well shot, well acted, well directed. And I really enjoyed it a lot. So I would definitely recommend you check out The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I might have to try it just for the Satan.
Yeah, a lot of Satan. A lot of Satan stuff. There's witch orgies.
Ooh, wait, no. Ooh?
Yeah, witch orgies. I mean, it's like not R-rated witch orgies. Like, everyone's still kind of in their clothes, but there's a lot of, like, suggested stuff in here. There's a lot of blood. A lot of people getting their throat slit.
Nice.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a good show. Like I said, we watched it in a day and a half.
Oh.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Check it out. Available now on Netflix. So, when you buy your new iPad, watch that because you won't have money to do anything else.
Yes. Just to get your Netflix subscription and steal somebody's Wi-Fi.
There you go. All right. You got anything else, Ryan?
Nope.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, would you like to tell everybody where they can find us?
You can find us on YouTube at the Geek Dad Report, on Twitter at the Geek Dad Report. Brian is BrianWest53, and I am Big Bruiser. We're also on Facebook at the Geek Dad Report, and you can find us on podhell.com with our good buddies, the Utah Outcast. And you can also find us on iTunes. And so just make sure you go and you leave us a 5-star rating and drop us a comment so that we can be told that we suck or if we don't suck and you just want to talk to us. And most importantly, tell 5 of your friends about the show. Just 5. Tell them about the show and that they should watch it. And keep telling them until they do watch it.
Yes.
And stand over their shoulder and say, you turn it on right now, so I'm making sure that you're watching it. And then that's good enough, I think.
And then just steal their phone and subscribe for them.
Yes.
Anyway, I think that about covers it. And also, don't forget, check out our Geek Dad Report versus the NFL shows, our special football shows. Those are all available right now up until week 13. I just did mine yesterday.
Yes.
I think that's about it. Until next time, everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being patient with us, taking a little time off. And as always, everyone, stay awesome.
And stay nerdy.